Welcome, my loves. Knowledge Butterfly. This is probably going to be my last video, but as always, sending you guys out, please, peace, blessings, please. Peace, blessings. I put the peace and the blessings together. But peace, blessings, love, and abundance. This video is really very, very quick. I had an epiphany a while back, but it came back to me, so that was definitely something that it means that I'm meant to share. I am one of four daughters. My mom and dad had four daughters, and I'm the second oldest daughter. I come in and I'm the second, yeah. And growing up, we really didn't have the type of camaraderie and sisterhood, meaning being very supportive of one another, having that real close bond and relationship. We fought quite a bit, and we did do some, I'm not gonna act like we didn't do some fun things together, but when it came to like really talking to one another, being honest with one another, we didn't have that type of relationship. When we got older as adults, we hung out more and did things more than when we were younger. Don't get me wrong, we would come up with like cute little dances and stuff like that because our parents are really strict. The three, me and my two younger sisters, because we are closer in age, we're literally like 1 year apart. But my older sister, were like almost 5 years apart, and she didn't want any other siblings. She wanted to be an only child. She still to this day will say that my parents having us are the reason why they couldn't go on vacation somewhere and do things. So she was not really happy about being an older sister, so she didn't really give us the big sister vibes. But I wanted to be a big sister. I wanted to be an older sister, and I was very motherly and a little overbearing to my younger sisters. I tried to be their mother and tell them, look out for them and say, don't do this, know your worth and know your self-worth. As a little girl, I wanted them to know their worth and know that they were beautiful and that they didn't have to be a certain way to get boys' attention and all this stuff like that. But, I had a lot of anger going on, so they didn't receive it in that way because of the anger that was within me, and I take full responsibility for that. Even as a child, I know that I had a lot of anger in me. And so we kind of grew up more like competitors, being in competition for my mom and my dad's love and affection, because they didn't really give out love and affection like that because they didn't know how. My parents didn't know how. And so we really competed for our daddy, like really competed for look at me, daddy, look at me do this type of thing. And I can see how that type of environment fostered an adult who didn't really support other women, like who looked at other women as a competition and had jealousy in towards other women, because that was the environment that I grew up in. And so I had to transmute that energy by starting to love myself, and then start loving my fellow queens and seeing, we're all beautiful and we all have our own gifts that we need to shine, and we're not in competition with one another for no man, for no money, for no business. You know what I'm saying? The only competition really is the competition we make up in our head. And that's because also this world is set up to make you think that you're competing with one another, so that you don't applaud one another, you don't support one another, you don't big up one another, you don't see that we're all working together, all doing our thing singular, but it's all working together for the greater good. You know what I'm saying? When we are in our right mind, when we are in our right energy, when we are our unique authentic selves. All right, so I say all that to say is that I remember when I first went to Jamaica, and I was so in love with like the melanated women. I was like, oh, y'all are so beautiful. And I was like, who is this person? Like, I had no problem, telling another woman, like, your voice is beautiful, you're a queen, I see you, sister. I had no problem, like no jealousy or none of that. And so I saw the whole change in myself. I saw me, becoming who I truly am, and that is somebody who was comfortable in me, and who loves myself. Therefore, I can love others who look like me, and not see a competition or anything wrong with that. I remember when I was like a teenager, and I used to say, why is it that there'd be a quote-unquote white girl who'd be like, oh girl, you look so cute, you look so pretty, I love your shirt, I love this, I love your hair, I love this. But another melanated one, we couldn't say it, and if we did say it, we would say it kind of like in a fake way, like it wasn't real. And the only time I noticed a melanated woman would compliment another melanated woman, another melanated queen, was one who they felt wasn't really attractive, wasn't on their level. So she may not be as cute as them. They might have thought she was overweight or whatever, and they knew she was insecure with it. But they would big her up, and instead of saying, you know what, you're a pretty girl, we should go shopping because I could show you some things that'll work perfect on you, you know, type of thing. They want her to go out there looking busted and not looking her best self because it made them feel better, type of shit. And that's the disease and the virus that's in a lot of the melanated DNA that we have to transmute and get back onto our right way of thinking, because in the way that we were thinking as melanated women, we were causing division within our community. So our men weren't seeing us as attractive because we weren't seeing ourselves or each other as attractive. Okay, you know. So I just wanted to say that we gotta love one another, you know, in order for us to move forward. But in order to do that, we have to love ourselves. We have to be comfortable with ourselves. I used to get all these things about, oh, you know, you too skinny, you too this. I used to get teased for being skinny. I used to, really, really badly. And so I thought it was something wrong. You know, I was like, okay, something's wrong with me being the way that I naturally am. I'm naturally a slim girl. I'm naturally slim. And like, I'm going to stand up. I normally don't show my body, but I'm going to stand up. As you can see, like, you know, this is me. This is who I am, guys. This is who I am. Or I should say, this is who this physical vehicle is. And I had to get comfortable with this physical vehicle that I'm operating and driving. You know, I had to whip that work and be comfortable with whipping my work the way that it is. And when I became comfortable with that, I noticed that I didn't have to put on no earrings, no lip gloss, no foundation. I didn't have to do my brows. Like, my brows are not done. I do them sometimes though, y'all. Don't think I don't get cute with it sometimes. I do. But I was getting fully made up every single day in order to feel like a woman. I'm at the point right now, like, if I want to put on lip gloss, I put it on because, you know, my lip gloss be popping sometimes. Other times, I'm like, you know, I'm just going to be chilling. I went a whole, like, year and a half with, like, not doing lip gloss really, not really getting made up because I had been making up myself for so long, making up my physical vehicle for so long that I started to think I had to in order to be presentable or to be quote unquote pretty or attractive. And now that I went, when I was in Jamaica, I didn't wear any lip gloss. I didn't do my brows for about a year and a half. I would, like, you know, keep them together, but I didn't like do the whole like brow pencil or brow powder, and I didn't do none of that because I had, like I said, I had done it for so long that I had to take a break from it because I had to ask myself the questions, why was I doing it in the first place? I was doing it because I was trying to pretend to be that divine feminine energy, so I thought I had to show it on the outside. But when I became that true divine feminine energy on the inside, everybody else could see it. Men will be like, not even men trying to get at me, but just, you know, when I was volunteering at the Reggae Hostel and I was staying there, I was working a bar. I remember this guy from Europe, he was like, I'm so happy you're here because it's so good to have like that feminine energy here. I looked around and it was plenty of other women there. But when I got there is when he said he was happy to have the feminine energy there. And that's because I am that feminine energy on the inside. I'm comfortable with my femininity. I'm comfortable with who I am. I'm comfortable with however I want to rock my hair. I'm comfortable with whatever I want to do. I'm comfortable with this wisdom that people call gray or white hairs. I'm comfortable with that shit. I'm comfortable being who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable living my life the way I want to live it. And that is what people see now in me. So I don't have to pretend. I don't have to overly make myself up no more. Now, if I want to make myself up, I do it because that's the energy that I'm feeling right now. But I don't do it because I'm trying to put on a face, a mask, to to be a copycat of what the real thing is. But anywho's, I just wanted to do this quick video to say, you know, let's just support each other. And so again, shout out Queendom Divination. My sister has a channel on YouTube. Go follow her. Go and email her as well and get a tarot reading. Her prices are very reasonable. I think she only charges $30 for that. And that's another thing. We got to know our worth. I'm worth so much more than anybody probably could even give me physically in money. You know, I know what my true value is. I finally know my value and my worth. Know yourself. Know your worth. You know what I'm saying? So I'm worthy. I'm worthy of any and everything that is coming to me. You know what I'm saying? I so deserve it. And yeah, so I feel like melanated sisters, my queens, we gotta love on one another. There's no need for jealousy. There's only reason you would be jealous is because you think that person got something that you can't have. But you are everything. You can have any and everything because you already are that. You are the motherfucking abundance. You are the original woman. You are that beautiful queen that, you know, that you never even knew that you were. You are her. So just love yourself and love each other. You know what I'm saying? Let's love one another. All right? But I'm going to end the video on that note, my loves. I appreciate you for tuning in. As always, you can see my information at the bottom in the description. And so you can follow me on my social media. You can donate if you want to as well, if you feel a love donation. And also, like I said, you can check me out on social media so you can see some of the things that I post. But I appreciate you guys. All love. Peace.